Hello, hello, best friend. Hello, 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 and welcome to today's video. Welcome to Barchi ASMR. Barchi ASMR. Welcome. Today's video is a very special video. Today's video is very special video. Today is my birthday. So if you're watching this video right now, go down to the comment section and wish me a happy birthday. Say happy birthday, Angela, or happy birthday, Barchi, okay? Yes. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Yeah, I've decided to spend my birthday with you guys because you're my best friend. You're my best friend, and I love you so much. This is I said it's a very special birthday, and spending my birthday with you is the most special thing that can ever happen. Cause like I love you so much, and today I wrote down some things that I wanted to share with you, things that I have learned over the years from my experience, from other people's experience, from just living life and growing and maturing into this person that I am currently. So I wanted to share, these things with you because I wish somebody had told me some of these things, but I learned them by myself, and I am grateful that I learned those things or these things I'm about to share, and they've made my life better. And I honestly want you to have a better life. I want you to experience life from a very positive lens. I want you to experience all the good things of life because for me, I feel all of these things I have added to the sense of fulfillment that I feel right now. I may not have money to throw the most extravagant birthday party you've ever seen. I may not have money to buy the biggest cake you've ever seen, but I feel in a lot of ways my life is, how do I even explain it? But I feel in a lot of ways I feel fulfilled with where I am at, with all that I have, and for me, money cannot buy those things. Money cannot buy the kind of fulfillment I have. Yeah. So I wrote everything in a book. Like I really took my time to write these things because I feel like they've changed my life, and you might be listening to this and it might just change your life too. And I hope it does. Even if it is just one person, I hope it does. I hope it changes your life. I hope you begin to see things from a new perspective. Okay, my love. So let me get my book, and yeah, here's my book. I had the book right here with me. I don't know where I kept it. Okay. What? I know. I'm so sorry. Just give me 1 minute. Apparently, I was actually sitting on the book. I was actually sitting on the book. Yeah, I left the book on my bed, and I'm sitting on my bed right now, so I was sitting on it. So let us start. It is quite a lot. You can see all I have written down here, and then there is another page here. So the first lesson I have learned so far is that your life is yours and you have to live it as though it is yours. This may sound very cliche, me saying your life is yours and you have to live it as though your life is yours. It sounds very cliche. It sounds like something you might have heard 1,000 times. But something I've realized is that a lot of people do not move in this world as though they own their own life. They are constantly thinking of how would this person feel, how would this person, what would people think about me. um they are constantly worried of the image that people would create of them in their head. They are constantly worried about how would this decision I want to take for my life affect this person and that person, and what will people say about me, da 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 da. All of that does not matter. Your life is your own, and you have to live it as though your life is yours, because at the end of the day, you are the one that is going to live with the consequences of your decisions. So it is better that you live your life as though it is your own. And this leads us to the second point, where I say put yourself first. Love yourself more than you love anyone else. Respect yourself more than you respect anyone else. I've been living with this principle for a very long time. I cannot love other people more than I love myself. I do not just can, I do not love other people more than I love myself. I do not respect other people more than I respect myself. So whatever decision I am taking, I take it from a place of how would this affect me? For example, when I was going to college, there was a lot of expectation on what I should go and study in college, you know. But I thought about it and I said, what do I want for myself? And I chose what I wanted for myself, um, although it did not match with what people would have expected from me. Because in high school I was into the sciences, and then when it came to college, I decided that I wanted to study economics. I decided I wanted to study economics. Is it economics? Yeah, and that it and honestly, there was a time someone asked me, someone I barely knew, she was just like, oh, what do you want to study in college? And I told her. And she was like, and she laughed at me in my face. And I was like, I don't know. I did not feel bad. I did not feel strange. I was like, what's so funny about me being a science student? Someone was doing biology, chemistry, physics. What is wrong in me deciding, okay, I don't want to do any of that anymore. I want to go and study economics. Like, I did not understand, because I was just like, okay, that's good. So I put myself first. It is all about me. And this may sound selfish, but honestly, we're in a selfish world. And if you don't put yourself first, you will become resentful. You will grow old and be resentful of your life choices. You'll be resentful towards all of the people you've been putting first. You'll be resentful towards your parents for following their dreams for you. You'll be resentful towards everybody. And living a resentful life is not worth it. It's not worth sacrificing your own happiness. Okay? So put yourself first. Love yourself first. Respect yourself first. Next thing I have learned is learn to forgive yourself just as you forgive other people easily. Learn to forgive yourself just as you forgive other people easily, just as you give other people multiple chances. I have learned that most times when people hurt you, when people do things against you, it is easier for you to forgive them and give them multiple chances. But when it comes to yourself, you are hard on yourself, and you find it people find it very difficult to forgive themselves. So it is something I had to learn. I had to say, I forgive people who do really, really hurtful things to me. I give them multiple chances in my life. So why is it hard for me to forgive myself for making mistakes? Why is it hard for me to give myself another chance? Why is it hard? So I have learned to forgive myself just as I forgive other people easily. Yeah. So let's go to the next one. The next one is everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Everything will fall into place. I know that right now it may seem as though things are upside down. It may seem as though all of your efforts are not bearing fruit. It may seem as though you are stuck. But I'm telling you that everything will be okay. I I really believe that everything will be okay because I have had so many points in my life where I felt like things were not going to change, where I had given up multiple times. I had given up multiple times. I was like, my situation was not going to change. In fact, this lesson I'm telling you of everything will be okay. I learned I learned this lesson last year. Like I knew, like vaguely, I knew that everything was going to be okay. But last year was when I came to that point in my life where I truly and honestly believed that everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. I had given up many times. I've given up multiple times. I have given up multiple times. Everything will be okay. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's a principle of life that there is going to be an imbalance, but then things would definitely turn around and they will become a balance. Like it's just life. There will be imbalance, but everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. And I feel like if you go through life believing that everything will be okay, having that positive mindset, having that positive outlook, everything will definitely be okay. This is not to discredit whatever you're going through. What I am saying is, I acknowledge that things may seem as though it will never be good. Things may just seem bad. Things may just seem, you know, as though all of your effort is not going to result to anything. But at the end of the day, everything will be okay. Trust me. The next thing is that it is okay if you are not super ambitious. I am telling you, it is okay if you're not super ambitious. It is okay if you do not have dreams of solving world poverty. It is okay if you do not have dreams of becoming a scientist that will discover something great. It is okay. Honestly, one of the things that I found that was stressing me in the earlier part of my life is that I felt like I needed to find my passion in life because there are all of these self-help books. They talk about finding your passion. You have to be passionate. You have to do this. You have to have dreams. If not, people will be like, "Oh, you're mediocre." And so, what is wrong with being mediocre? What is wrong with just wanting a roof over your head, food on your table, and clothes on your body? What is wrong with just wanting that and just going through life? What is wrong with not even wanting to travel and see the whole world? Everybody must not see the whole world. So I realized that I became happier when I stopped forcing myself to have some large ambitious dream. It is okay if you are not ambitious. It is okay if you just want food on your table. It is okay if the farthest place you want to travel is another state within your country. It is okay if you don't want to go to Paris. It is okay if you don't want to go to Rome. Don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Everybody must not be Michelangelo. Everybody must not be Einstein. Do you get? There are some of us who are meant to just live life and afford the things that we need to afford to live a good life. And that's okay. And that's okay. The next thing I have learned is rest. 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 Take out time to rest. Do not skip your 8 hours of sleep because whatever thing you are pursuing, whatever goal you want to achieve, there is still time to achieve it. Because, see, if you don't rest, at the end of the day, you're human and your body will break down. You're not a robot. Even robots, they need to rest, they need to recharge their batteries, they need their parts to be oiled. So rest. And I've discovered that sometimes when I'm pushing myself to do things, when I'm pushing myself, I am not performing at my up peak because I have not rested. Sometimes that great idea that you need, you just need to rest so that you can think properly. Rest, sleep, hang out with friends, relax. Whatever thing you're pursuing, you will have the time to do. The next thing I have learned is there's a popular saying that experience is the best teacher. And I 100% agree with people. Experience is the best teacher. But also, another thing that I have learned is that experience that you need to teach you lessons in life, it does not necessarily have to be your own experience. You also have to learn from other people's experience. And this is something that has guided me, for the majority of my life, is that I look at other people, okay, this person did this and did that, and this is the result they got out of, their situation. Do I want this result in my own life? If I do, then I learn from their experience and follow their footpath. But if I don't want the result that they got out of that situation, I learn from them and I do not follow their footpath. You have to learn from your experience and you also have to learn from other people's experience. If not, you're going to find yourself making mistakes that could be easily avoided. So learn from your experience and learn from other people's experience. You have to learn the duality of life. And what accepting the duality of life means to me is that, for example, you can accept that life is too short, but in the same vein, there is enough time for you to do the things that you want to do. You can accept that you can love somebody, but at the same time, you do not necessarily need to have that person in your life. You can accept that people you know that are nice to you can also be mean to others because they're humans. So basically, that is what I mean when I talk about accepting the duality of life. And that brings me to my next point. Life is too short. Take that chance on yourself. Life is too short for you to not take chances on yourself. Life is too short for you to be stuck in an abusive relationship. Life is too short for you to continue to give your all to people who do not appreciate it. Life is too short. In the same vein, it is never too late for you to start. So start now. Do not say, oh, I am 30 and I cannot go to college anymore because I am 30. I cannot pursue my passion because I am 30. Or I'm too old for this, I'm too old for that. There is still time. I believe that, I greatly believe that whatever age or whatever time you decide to start something is the right time for you. It is never too late. It is never too late. There is still time for you. There is still time for you, okay? This one, very important. I should have even said this one first or second. Violence is never the answer to anything. Violence does not solve any problem. Rather, involving yourself in violence will lead you into more trouble, will lead you into a bigger situation that you do not want to find yourself in. So I have lived by that rule my whole life. Violence does not stop anything. If I find myself in a position where it is about to get violent, I take myself out of that environment. I do not allow things to escalate to the point of violence and physically going against another person. If it is about money, I will leave the money for you. Don't worry, take it. So please, I want you to learn that violence does not solve anything. Rather, it will escalate and lead into a bigger situation. Haven't you heard stories of people who were maybe quarreling about money or boyfriend and girlfriend or something, and then the next thing you know, out of the burst of anger, somebody does something that they do not really want to do, and another person is unalived and your life just ends there. And then you begin to think again, like, why was I fighting? Why was I involving myself in such violent acts? So please, violence does not solve anything. Take yourself out of any situation that is about to get violent. Yes, people are going to call you a chicken, people are going to say you are not tough, it does not matter. It does not matter. You have your whole life ahead of you for you to be involving yourself in situations that will just end your life. Next thing I have learned is that your mistakes do not define who you are. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone has made a mistake. So allow yourself to learn from your mistakes and move on. It does not define you. Some people, they've made mistakes in their younger years or years ago, but they've not allowed themselves to let go. If you've made a mistake, it does not define who you are. You can always change. You're human, and that's the nature of human beings. We change. You can always turn around from that person that you were in the past, from that person that made those mistakes. You are always redeemable. You are always redeemable. Do not say, oh, I have made a mistake and I will continue to live in that mistake. You are always redeemable. Your mistakes do not define you. You learn from that mistake and move on. The next thing I have learned is do not be too judgmental of other people's situation. Be empathetic. Do not say it can never be me, and so you're going to judge other people for their life choices. You're going to judge other people for, the way they've decided to live their life. Like the way I live my life is I try to put myself in other people's shoe. I don't look down on other people and the decisions they've made that maybe led them to a very tight position in life. I don't know how to explain it, but I try not to be judgmental. I try to be empathetic. I try to put myself in other people's shoes. And I feel like you should give grace to others, Give grace to others. Just as I said earlier that you should learn from your mistakes and move on, give grace to other people so that they can also learn from their mistakes and move on. The next thing I have learned is to say no. I have learned to say no. If I do not want to do anything, if I do not want to be involved in any situation, I have learned to say no. Peer pressure, you cannot pressure me. You cannot pressure me into saying yes for a situation I have, thought about and I have decided that this situation deserves saying no. You cannot pressure me because at the end of the day, I will be the one to live my decision. I will be the one to live with my actions. So learn how to say no. You cannot please everybody. If you continue to say yes to everybody, what you're doing is that you're saying yes to others and saying no to yourself. If you continue to say yes to everybody, hoping that you can please them, let me tell you, you will be greatly disappointed because there will come a time that you will see that we are humans and some people are unappreciative, and you begin to realize that you inconvenienced yourself for some other person, and this person does not even appreciate the fact that you said yes to them when you wanted to say no. There's a song we used to sing when I was growing up. Let me see if I can even remember it. I can't even remember the song, but it was something like don't say yes when you mean to say no. I can't remember it, but I wish I can remember the song, honestly. It was along the line of admonishing children to say no. So don't say yes when you mean to say no. And also, when I say learn to say no, it does not mean you have to be rude about it, especially in a situation where you're not being attacked, okay? Or whatever thing that is being asked of you is not illegal or against the law. Next point I'm about to say. Some people may agree with me, some people may not agree with me, but let me tell you, I have learned from experience. I have learned from other people. I have heard stories from multiple people, and I think it is important that people hear this point I'm about to say. So listen to me, hear me and hear me well. Stay away from older people when it comes to romantic relationships. I'm going to repeat it again. Stay away from older people when it comes to romantic relationships. You are not mature for your age. They will tell you, oh, you're mature for your age. You're different from other teenagers. Oh, older women that are telling you not to be with me are jealous. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you now, 99% of the time, it never ends well. 99% of the time it never ends well. Do you know why? Because they see you as a prey. They see that you can be easily manipulated. And I am saying this specifically to young girls because I see that the majority of the people that watch me are women, and a large number of that are also young women. Stay away from older men. You cannot be 18 and a man who is in his 30s, who is in his 20s, is telling you that you're mature for your age. Let me tell you, it never ends well. Those people see you as a prey. They see that you can be easily manipulated. That is why they are coming after you. If they were looking for maturity, why don't they go after people their own age? And this also happens to boys too. I am not saying this does not happen to boys. So stay away. Let me tell you, when you see them, run. They do not have good plans for you. Do not think you can play games with them. Do not think, oh, this is exciting. No. If you have daddy issues or mommy issues, go to therapy. Go to therapy. Getting yourself involved with an older person will not end well. And they know this. I have seen a lot of videos on TikTok, and then I go on the comment section, people talking about their experience of dating someone older, and a lot of them regret it. But now that they have gotten older, they've realized that they had nothing in common with that older person that was pursuing them. So please run. If you are in your teens and you feel like you have to be in a relationship, but me personally, as a teenager, I don't feel like you need a relationship. Focus on your life, focus on school, focus on your hobbies. But if you truly feel like you have to be in a relationship, please be in a relationship with a fellow teenager. Yeah. I know they say the legal age is 18, da 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 da. Beware of older men who come to you when you just hit 18. I'm telling you, beware of them. For me, the rule is, as a teenager, date another teenager. Then if you are like 20, 21, I would never date somebody who is more than 2 years older than me. I am just saying. And this is my humble opinion. You don't have to listen to me, but honestly, I pray that you do listen to me. Because this has been proven over time that people who are older and they actively go for younger people do not have good intentions. Okay? The next point I'm about to state is listen to other people's advice. It does not matter the person that is giving you the advice. Listen to it. Then when you listen to the advice, filter the advice and take the one that applies to you. Every advice, although it may be good, does not apply to your own situation. So learn how to filter people's advice that they give to you. The next point is that be introspective. Search yourself, evaluate yourself, weigh all of the decisions that you've made in your life. Do not just be a person that goes through life without introspection. I feel like introspection, thinking about your decision, thinking about how your decision affects you, how your decision affects your community. I feel like when you evaluate everything that you do, it makes you a better person. You're able to realize parts of you that need improvement. So always introspect. The next point is always trust your gut feeling. Always trust your gut feeling or your intuition. Let me tell you, I used to be that kind of person that used to not trust their gut feeling when it comes to certain things. And I feel like most people, let me not say everybody, but most people have that gut feeling. Most people have that intuition. But we try to rationalize it and say, this thing that I am feeling, this gut feeling may not necessarily be, we just try to give excuses. But something that I have learned so far in life is that I should always trust my gut feeling. Because every time that I do not trust my gut feeling about a certain situation, it always turns out that I was actually right. My gut feeling was actually right. So I have learned to trust my gut feeling, even though it may make me look crazy, even though people will be like, why are you taking this decision? I trust my gut feeling. I may look crazy now, but I know in the future I'll be right, taking a decision based on my intuition and my gut feeling. The next point I have is do not allow your financial situation to define who you are. You may be broke, you may not have money, but that does not mean you will accept to be treated lesser than you. At the end of the day, you deserve respect. Do not tie your happiness to how much money you have in your account. You need to learn how to live a fulfilled life regardless of how much you have in your account. And you should learn this advice from me because I am also broke. I also do not have money, but I do not allow that to define who I am. I do not allow myself to go through life unhappy simply because I don't have money, or to go through life allowing myself to be treated poorly by others because I don't have money. Yes, I don't have money, and what? The next point I have is be a principled person and stick to your principle regardless of what is socially acceptable. Be the kind of person that people can vouch for your character. Like when you say no, people know that okay, this person has said no, and they would not bend their principles for you. Be the kind of person that people will say, if this person gives you their word and say they will do this for you, they would actually do this for you. The next point is never compare yourself to others. I know this is kind of hard to do, but learn, you can learn. And I know it stems, for a lot of people, it stems from their parents comparing them to other children. Oh, can't you see Ella, can't you see how she's this? Can't you see how she's that? And so a lot of people grew up being compared to others, and it has just become a norm for them. But you have to learn not to compare yourself to others. I know you may not totally get rid of comparison, but at least try to get to like 80% or 90% of not comparing yourself to others. Because at the end of the day, everybody's life is different, everybody's path is different. Even the life of a brother and a sister is different. Even the life of twins can be different. So do not compare yourself to others. Don't do that. It is going to steal your joy. It is going to steal your happiness. So that's the one thing I've learned. I don't compare myself to others because at the end of the day, everybody's situation and everybody's background is different. The next thing I want to say is that be positive to yourself. It is easier for people to say, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, I'm so ugly. It is easier for people to say all of those negative things to themselves rather than telling themselves that I am beautiful, I am strong, I am amazing, I am worthy of love. I don't know why, as humans, we just easily, say negative things to ourselves. And even when somebody says something negative to us, it is easier for us to hold on to those words than to hold on to the positive words that other people have said to us. So I had to learn in life to always be positive, to always say positive things to myself, to always hold on to the positive things that people say about me. Because when some people say some negative things about me, I look at my life and I'll be like, I introspect. I actually introspect, and I'll be like, okay, this person, you are wrong. All of those negative things you are saying is wrong, and it is not about me. It is about you. So go and deal with your issues. So go and deal with your issues. Okay. I've already said the last thing I wanted to say, but also this point is very important. You are worthy of love. 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 And if you've given love to other people and they do not reciprocate and they treat you badly, it is not about you. It is about them and who they are. I have said final thing multiple times, but this one just came to my mind now. Do not allow the world to change you. If you are a nice person, continue to be nice. If you are an empathetic person, continue to be that. If you are a non-judgmental person, continue to be non-judgmental. And as you are doing all of those things, do not do those things because of a reward. Do not be a good person because you want to be rewarded. Do not be kind to people because you want to be rewarded. Be a kind person because that is the right thing to do. Do not be mean to people because that is the right thing to do. Don't do things to be rewarded, okay? So, all I have to say is be kind to yourself, speak positive words to yourself, and love yourself, appreciate yourself, say positive things to yourself. I love you so much, my best friend, and thank you for celebrating my birthday with me, for being here with me and listening to everything that I've said. I love you so much. I love you so much. You do not know how much I love you. I love you so much. Thank you so much. And do not forget to wish me a happy birthday. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Bye.